Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This man not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo.
Speaking to the NTA.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just thinking to start off. Excellency, you just clocked 79. How does it feel, especially bearing in mind that you have enormous responsibilities on your shoulders as president of Nigeria, a rather complex country?
Yes, I think COVID-19 has come to our rescue in the sense that the amount of people that need to see you can't see you, so that really gives you more time. And about my age, yes, I see my colleagues, they are now resting, and I assure you that I'm looking forward to the next 17 months when I too will have to be less busy. The age is telling on me. Working now for 6, 7, 8 hours a day, flat in the office, is no joke. The questions of executive council, memos from as many states as possible to be considered virtually every week. So really it's a lot of hard work. But as I said, I ask for it and I cannot complain.
So, Mr. President, would that be the reason why, as you marked your 79th birthday, you said you were looking forward, or you can't wait to hand over in 2023 and retire to your farm? Why is that?
Yes, because, look, as you know, I have been a governor. I have been a minister. and I'm in my second term as president. So I have gone through all the system, and really, what else can I do for this country? I have given my best, and I hope after I leave, Nigerians will reflect and at least not show appreciation. I'm not expecting any appreciation, but what I'm expecting is for Nigerians to say, yes, this man has done his best. That's the most I'm expecting from Nigerians. But it's no joke, I'm telling you. Look at what the problem we are having in the southeast now. How many police stations were taken over, weapons missing? We closed the border with Benin, we closed the border with Niger, but we have to accept the reality that the weapons are coming from our own armories. Police stations are being attacked and so on. So our main problem is, I hope I will leave a more secure Nigeria than what it is now.
Good evening to you. Good afternoon to you. And good morning to every one of you watching right now. Depends on when and where you are watching from. Thank you.
Lórí Facebook.
Share the podcast. Invite your friends and tell them Maiyegun today. I'm sharing the broadcast myself. Share. Thank you. So yeah, if you watched my video earlier today, the Sunday sermon, or if you are going to be watching this broadcast later, which is going to be like the replay, okay? So just before I actually get fully into this again, okay? Everyone, whenever you see Maiyegun live, and you see this live blinking on the side of your screen with a new date, the date that corresponds with the date you are watching, mostly like right now, that is live. When I have to rebroadcast my videos, right, I do them sometimes prior to the new broadcast, and you will see the replay. That is for those who want to have a catch-up just before, they watch a new one. So this is a new one. And if you are going to watch the replay, it will show on your screen that it is a replay. Just thought I should say that to some of you because of the time difference as well, okay? So yeah, share the broadcast. Invite your friends and invite everyone that needs to be here, including those who don't want to be here. I'm going to talk about a lot of things as usual, but trust me, if this is your first time, you are likely never going to regret it. If you manage to spend up to 10-15 minutes with us, you probably will stay longer afterward. Apart from that, this event and the statements from these characters I'm going to be talking about, if you have read the caption of the broadcast and if you have also read the rider, the description as well of this broadcast, it will give you an idea what is he talking about. And the rest of the whole conversation will add up. The bottom line is this: Nigeria is not working. Okay, Nigeria is not working. It will never work because the criminals who brought this upon Nigeria, who brought us to this state of near balkanization, these same people, they have no remorse. They don't feel like they've actually done anything wrong. And until everyone comes to that term and agree that until you do away with this current system, then we will continue to be victims of their greed and selfishness, and also their short-sightedness, because that's what greed does to you. You listen to the video of Buhari just there. He was talking about how much he works, how much the hours he works, and then the fact that COVID-19 has limited people that comes to see him, even when the country is burning and boiling every day, most of it orchestrated by his government, sponsored by his government, or covered up by his government, right? The guy still has the audacity to complain that he works, and that is not a joke, according to him. What I do for Nigeria, I've done my best, but this is his best. He currently just told people that Nigerians should just hope on God to solve the problem. He's done his best. So as a Nigerian, and as you have Buhari and his gang and government, whatever they do from now on, right, just consider that as a jara to what their best that they believe they've done. And what is that their best, right? The people of Zamfara, every time you read the news and they say, oh, 20 people killed in Niger. Bandit attacks communities of villages in Katsina, or they kidnap so number of people in Sokoto, or they kill this number of people in Kaduna. You see all those news that you read, there are other follow-up that many of you probably never really paid attention to. The recent one is the over 300 Nigerians killed in a space of 3 days. 3 days. The terrorists operated unhindered, unchallenged, because Zamfara, where you have the highest of this number of people killed in 2022, just first week of 2022, 218 people killed. Out of that 218 people, counted in Zamfara, 147 of them are vigilantes. They are the vigilantes. They put together the local hunters, people who came together to provide local security for themselves, since all of their communities have been abandoned by Nigerian authority. That is real. Now, the other part they didn't tell you is that, number one, let's use Zamfara case as an example to start with. In Zamfara, in 2020, the news broke that they have discovered gold in Zamfara. So what later became the gold rush of Zamfara, which then engineered and powered the terrorism they called banditry in that place today. You know what they are doing? When they kill and people get displaced, they don't tell you about those displaced. They don't tell you where they end up at. They use the common word, refugee camps. But what probably haven't told you, or you haven't really paid serious attention to, is that apart from all the killings, the vast majority of communities in northern Nigeria, I'm talking about including the middle belt that they always add to northern Nigeria, right? 19 states in northern Nigeria. The vast land are no longer in the control of the Nigerian authority. And you see the people who are the victims, they are completely forgotten. This Buhari's government. So some people traveled to Zamfara and they said the economic impact of the terrorism in northern Nigeria, that the government of Buhari is treating with kid gloves, drag until it became what it is today, that people are now paying the supreme prices right there. Zamfara. They said the people of Zamfara are the example of the destruction of northern Nigeria. Farmers in Zamfara, they said they usually measure their harvest. Yeah, they usually measure their harvest through the, they don't use tons, they use bags. Those who grow up, those who grow corn, maize, millet, and all those stuff, right? They measure them by bags. Now, farmers who used to come back with more than 10,000 bags of grains that they take to market to sell every harvest season. are now struggling to bring about 100 bags of grains. And this is known by Buhari's government. Because you know what? When the World Bank, when Buhari came to power, when he started this northern agenda that became Nigeria agenda, World Bank came to Nigeria and they had this scheme, right? This scheme for farmers, for small scale businesses and all of that. If you check, go on Google right now, Buhari told them that they should concentrate more in northern Nigeria because that is where the poverty is the highest in Nigeria. Then the Fulani terrorists haven't started all this madness like you are witnessing now. The investment they put there is not just that. When the African Development Bank wanted to give them an agricultural loan, they told them they should concentrate it on the north. When the Buhari's government borrowed money, invested in fertilizers, right? They said, give the fertilizers to them in the north, the northern farmers for free. And then afterward, the terrorists invaded. They were killing, massacring, and like in thousands. So farmers, who they invested all those billions of dollars on, yeah, they brought nothing back. And Buhari knows that. But he's giving himself a pat on the back. So, Ekene Shatabandu, who want to be president too, don't let anybody lie to you. The only message, you see, the only thing they know very well, I'll tell you, to kind of manipulate most people, yeah, is that they have a way of appealing to your fear. You understand? Appealing to your worst fear. What is your worst fear? Maybe death. Some worst fear is losing everything they have, they hold dear, their family, their this and that. And exactly what these guys always do. They try to target your worst fear and they use that to keep you under check. Sometimes or most times too, if you are proving difficult somehow, they can just introduce the religion, the fear. Look at that, fear. The fear of what will become your life if you oppose this. Are you willing to take the risk? They appeal to your fear. But what you don't know is that they are also scared. They are scared for a day that you will beat that fear. You will no longer care. There are people who no longer care about those things anymore. And the number is growing. That is why when Osinbajo went to this, what do you call it? Ecowas, blah, 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 summit on Mali. They were talking about Coup, right? Before now, in Africa, people thought that maybe Coup would become a thing of the past, no longer popular. The Western world, they no longer sponsor this or they no longer back it. That's the impression. Until the coup happened in Sudan, the coup happened in Mali, and then where's the other one? In a space of a few months, a lot happened on the continent of Africa, and they decided to go to Miami to West African meeting. And that was where Ekene Shatabandu said something like, West Africa, ECOWAS is never going to support any coup. Who gives a damn about ECOWAS? The same toothless ECOWAS, or Osinbajo, who is dreaming to be president of Nigeria, is confident, not because he has anything. And if you look at this Buhari's government and their modes of operation, right, you can tell yourself, it is no longer democracy. You know it, yeah? And they rely so much on the backing of the military. That is why those criminals who committed genocide under Buhari, people like Buratai the Butcher, and all those ones they call their service chiefs and all of them, right? Who committed genocide, rather than getting prosecuted, right? They got retired, paid heavy sum, lofty estates, and then a home and abroad. And in fact, they made them ambassadors for Nigeria in another country, representing Nigeria diplomatically. Thank you very much. So they rely more on coup. So they rely more on the military, including fake Pastor Ruga himself. And so far, so good. It seems that the military has been delivering. Whenever they want to rig the election, the military will be at hand to give them the backing, including the police. Whenever you decide to go out there and protest against insecurity, ask Buhari to resign. He's failed you. The way the military will show up, the soldiers will show up in a democracy, and they will start shooting. If you even come together to say, well, as free citizens of your country, you want to go out and protest against that same police brutality, then NSAS will come to mind. These are cold-hearted, murderous people. But they are also scared. You need to know that they are also scared. And that is why most of the time when they take some of their actions, right, you ask yourself, why are they so overreacting? Why are they so opposed to, having a conversation around issues that is tearing the country apart if they actually love the country? But they don't care. They don't care. And many of their supporters too, they don't know, and therefore they don't care. So he went there to assert the confidence of the military in Nigeria, which will kick them out. The military that will kick them out in Nigeria is going to be the People's Army. Watch out for that.
Well, what is being done is what is unprecedented. In the years gone by, the Africa Union, or then known as Organization of African Unity, and Ecowas, never came down heavily on coups d'etat. But it's evident now that there is very strong resolve that Ecowas and indeed the AU, and in fact the international community, would not accept unconstitutional takeovers of government in the forms of coups d'etat and other such unconstitutional means of taking over authority. So it's very evident that there is very strong resolve, which is why we're here today.
Is it enough to force Mali to return to civil rule?
Well, we expect that it would. We expect that it would, and we expect that the actions that will be taken would point the junta in Mali in the right direction. We expect that it would.
Expect Mali to cooperate. Osinbajo won't talk to the people or even initiate the conversation around this integrating Nigeria, right? Now, there's something I also want to add to this before I proceed, okay? I want you to know something, that the best card that the Nigerian politicians love to play, as well as the typical Liejirians. And you know who we call the Liejirians? These are Nigerians who live in denial of what is going on in Nigeria. They will admit to what is going on one hand, then they will also they will also deny what is going on the other hand. Confused lots. We call them the Liejirians, who live the lie called a country. So there is this game they love to play. If you can say, I love Nigeria, my country, even if you don't mean it, the typical Liejirian will feel better with you somehow. They want you to just say it, because according to them, if you say anything bad about Nigeria, you are unpatriotic. You are tarnishing the image of Nigeria. You are the one destroying Nigeria. There are people who believe that. Most of the people who believe this, these are the Liejirians. They want to talk about the problems, but they don't want to name those who cause the problems. For you as a person, if you speak up against the vices going on in Nigeria, the injustice going on in Nigeria, you are a patriotic human being, and you should be proud of yourself. Because speaking up against what the criminals are doing in Nigeria, that is impacting and affecting the lives of millions of people, including those who defend them, it's not unpatriotic. It is in fact patriotic. You know why? Speaking up means you are yet to be a victim, because soon you are likely never going to have the opportunity of speaking up. Some people will need to speak up for you too before you become a victim that won't be able to talk. That is why you are talking, and that is patriotism. Do you know those who destroy the image of Nigeria? They are your politicians. They are your religious leaders. They are the criminals who use the privilege that Nigeria gives them, right, to rob Nigeria, and the rest of the world knows that. Listen, if they tell you that Nigerians are doing drug, Nigeria is not even up to, Nigerians are doing drug. They are not, they are not in number 1 to 10 of the countries where the real drug dealings in the whole world, when they are mentioned, Nigeria is not there. When they talk about the countries with the worst economic financial crime, Yahoo, or whatever you call it, yeah, Nigeria is not even up to number 1 to 10. Google this. I'm telling you now. The countries that we would like that will make you agree that Nigeria is really corrupt in this regard, they are top of the list. America, UK, China, all these European countries, and so many others out there who are committing multi-billion-dollar financial crime all over the world. Nigeria is not so close. But do you know which one that actually put us on the radar? There is no country in the world, even right there in Africa, where you have atlas rulers who have ruled different countries in Africa. There is no country in the world where you will see cold-hearted criminals loot their countries the way criminals in Nigeria are looting their country. Like, they amaze the other politicians all over the world. Like, wow. Like, with the audacity, the effort, because they know all their assets. That is what put Nigeria as the corrupt country. Then, since that is the tag, then if you are a Nigerian, what are you? A product of a corrupt country brought about by your politicians who steal your money, deny you hospitals, deny you roads, deny your children's schools, better education, deny you security, deny your youth a better environment to strive to make better, to thrive to make better of their lives. They deny you all of that. Then they came abroad to buy themselves healthcare, buy school for their children, give their children the lives. They denied your own children. These things amaze the other politicians all over the world. That's what makes Nigeria the corrupt country in the whole world. Heartless people, while they watch the rest of their citizens suffer and die in penury. That is what is going on in Zamfara. But don't let anybody blackmail you. Do you know how many Nigerians in jail abroad? There are also, do you know how many Americans and how many British and how many other citizens of the world in different jails all over the world committing the same crime that some of you will not even dare to try as Nigerians? But your politicians, the criminals who put your name out there, ridiculously, ridiculous people. They are the people, they are the unpatriotic people. When they now destroyed the entire place, you know what they did? They came here to buy themselves health care. Oyinbo, that they are, so Oyinbo self-corrupt, you are just stupid if you believe that. If Oyinbo corrupt, Oyinbos are coming to they are the ones helping our leaders to loot our country. Are you not stupid to even say that in public? That you have become so powerless, that you have become so spineless, and your only way of escape is to say, if the Oyinbos are not taking it from them, our leaders will not. Have you even tried to stop them yourselves? Have you? You have no spine to stop them. Not all of you have that spine. And when they bring the money here, what do you expect? They sold your forefathers. They sold your forebearers as slaves to build their country. Then you got your independence. Then you elected the other criminals who don't need the Oyinbos to come and steal anything anymore. They don't need to come and enslave you anymore. They will do it for them, and they will steal whatever they can steal and bring it over here. Those are the people you defend. If you have not told yourself, those are the criminals who are unpatriotic. So don't let anybody talk you into saying, you see all these things, we cannot be saying all of that. How many times do you see Americans, disgracing their country? How many times have you seen American politicians loot their country and bring the money to Nigeria? How many? Give me one name, two names, three. Give me examples. How many British politicians stole their people's money and brought them down to Zimbabwe or brought them down to, Kaduna in Nigeria? How many politicians do you know? But you are proud on the side that thieving politicians, thieving criminals, using religion, using everything they can use, tribe, to steal from you, are easily taking that money away to the people you called your slave masters. They hated us. They are the one encouraging Nigeria. They are the one, will you keep quiet? Will you?
Che, help us, oh. Help us. There is God, oh. There is God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, oh. God should descend, oh, today God will descend here. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. Nigerian women will not cry in vain. This thing will end today. My sisters, if your child lost, will you stay and keep quiet? Will you people stay and keep quiet? The president now is calling you, come, I want to help you. You don't want to appear. Will you agree? No. Now the first lady is calling you, come, I want to help you. Come to find your child, your missing child. Will you keep quiet? No. Child, there is God, oh. There is God, oh. The bloods we are sharing, there is God, oh. 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 It's okay.
God bless our soul. People were laughing. Some of you are even laughing now. See, you are laughing. Well, you can't blame people for what you encourage. That is why, after all the failure, the hunger, they said, if you see the people of Zamfara, some of you will stop abusing the northerners. Especially the Hausas and those who have become the victims, whose villages have been ransacked. They said, if you see how their lives have turned and changed, they said these are the people who could still lead their normal lives 6 years ago. That means before Buhari, as much as the terrorism is in northern Nigeria, Zamfara, then they manage until the gold rush. So if you see them now, many farms have been destroyed. So the reason for the attacks are beginning to make sense. And there are already areas where everything you are seeing in Zamfara today, you're going to see them in other part of Nigeria soon. Gold rush. People of Osun. Shebi you are waiting for Atonda Ogunlere abi Shangolere. Tifnumbu, the Jaga bandit of Lagos. The Kukuruku Akuko Bodilon. Your land will soon become the land where you are already witnessing them. Your gold in Osun, your gold in Ondo, your gold reserve in Edo are the reasons why, if you hear any Fulani terrorist attack in any part of your land, it is not just about the land grab anymore. It is about what is under, what is below that ground, which many of you sometimes don't even have a clue. So this whole fight, killing, attack, and the rest of that has changed the lives of the people of Zamfara. change the lives of people of Sokoto, change the lives of the people of Niger and all these places. Farmers that they are talking about, the reason why, well, you continue to buy food at the exorbitant, prices, and it's never going to go down when these farms continue to get attacked. The other day I was reading online where people whose farms were attacked just a few days ago, 20 acres of land or farm destroyed, cassava, people are suffering in silence when Buhari said you should go back to farm. And now he said you have to ask God to do something. Some people said, I remember when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said that Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless Biafra for Biafra to defend themselves, like the people of Zamfara. Now, there is something, talking about a country that is not working in the interest of the people, and the criminals in charge who deliberately keep it that way. Yeah, is this so? The what do you call it? The IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, right? They decided that they are not going to over rely on the Nigerian security, which is already compromised, right? We're going to defend ourselves. We're going to defend our people who are the victims of all this Fulani invasion and all of that, okay, in Biafra land. Like the people of Zamfara. They allowed the people of Zamfara to put together vigilante, all right? A vigilante group that could carry guns and all that because they were considered as people who understand the terrains better than the military that they are going to bring over, which somehow is ideal. When they work hand in hand, they call them joint task force. So in Igbo land, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put something together and the reaction was different. You remember ESN? Well, their job was to ward off all these criminals. But Buhari and gang, Igbo governors, Igbo politicians, they ganged up. It was like a consensus that they must be crushed. It's been over a year now, even though they have been the target of the Nigerian military. They have been the target of the Nigerian police. They have been the target of the Igbo governors. They have been the target of the DSS. They have also been the target of the Ebube Lizard and Ebube Agu, as they call them, right? But these guys are still there. The mission is this: safeguard these communities. If they destroy our communities where our people, you see, Nigeria is affecting people differently. But when you go to the normal communities, all these rural communities, these are agrarian communities, farm settlements in Igbo land, they are the target of the Fulani terrorists, right? And you see these guys that they want you to believe they are terrorists. They are those that should have been given the greatest support like they did to the northern vigilantes. It's a different story, right? ESN. Incredible, isn't it? some said, some feels like, oh, we shouldn't be showing that. No, let's show it. Because see, the impression that their media in Nigeria love to propagate is that the IPOB we have now, or the ESN we heard about, right? That they have an ulterior motive, which is to harm the Igbos. So if you don't let them see that, you see those people you saw there, those are volunteers. So many of them actually returned to Nigeria too. Tactical Igbos, whose intention was not to start any war with Nigeria, okay? Normally, that thing you saw there should be a show of force that every Igbo should be proud of and support if the power that be did not criminalize them. If they didn't criminalize them, that is a show of force to the Fulani terrorists who believe, and don't live in that denial. Don't be a Liejiriyan, no. Don't live in denial. The Fulani terrorists who believe that if you are not going to let them settle wherever they want to settle, they will kill you. They say that to the locals, to the local people that they meet, those who have been their victims, those who have crossed their path. That should be a show of force. Something to say, if you think the police and the military won't stop you, we have volunteered. If you cross any of this path, you will smell it, and you shouldn't criminalize them. But guess what? They made you want to see them as the people behind all those PDP, APC sponsored killings in Igbo land. The ones that they've actually come out repeatedly to confess. But some of you are programmed never to really reason right. You're still looking. So we need to show them those videos. Those are volunteers. Those are the people that Nigerian army are going after because they want to go after Fulani terrorists. Vigilante, protecting yourselves, defending yourselves. If the Nigerian government failed to protect you, what do you resort to? Self-defense. Do we have people to defend themselves in southern Nigeria? Of course. But if you ever put together any group in southern Nigeria, you put them into action to go after these terrorists, yeah? Boom, you will be declared the terrorist as well. But there is a good news. There is a good news. And that good news, Kalu Okpara, thank you very much for that super sticker, by the way. It's been a while. Happy New Year, Kalu. Yeah, there is good news. Yes. Buhari's government recently said they have now declared the bandits as terrorist organization, which should be a bit of a leap for those southern politicians, what do you call it? If they are indeed honest and sincere, I'm not saying they are, I'm just throwing it open now. If they are indeed sincere and honest, there should be nothing holding them in arming, for example, Amotekun. These terrorists are still there in Yoruba land. The last time we did the counting, which is more than 2 years ago, their total camp in Yoruba land was put at, in the Yoruba forest, is put at 1,748. So locally, Yorubas have put different security measures in because of the Nigeria they are dealing with. The Nigeria that has become so divided, but forced together through the use of force and arms by the murderous people in charge of government as we speak. Thank you very much for that as well. Emeka, they're not the Williams. Thank you. So we can protect ourselves. It's just that doing so right now is considered illegal in Buhari's Nigeria. So if they ask you that you should go and pray to God, it simply means just go and say your last prayer. So the Osinbajo's part especially where he said nothing can break Nigeria, is mistaken. They will break Nigeria. In fact, so many people believe that Buhari is doing a great job breaking up Nigeria, making it even further and further difficult for Nigeria to come back to that table. And the last stroke that will break the camel's back is expected to be this jamboree that many of you are going to jump into. Pray to God to help you to fight what? Hunger or terrorism? Which of them? Joblessness or what? It is the scam, the jamboree that you are all about to be dragged into. I was reading something online just a while back, and guess what? They said Lagos state government will spend 1.4 trillion or something like that in 2022 budget. I was like, boom. They have to write the budget for Tifnumbu's bogus dream, aspiration of becoming the Buhari Pro Max for the rest of the Mumumadus, the Bele lecturers, the Momu lecturers, the clan of the Cybarbarians, the Buhari idiots, and all of their general cousins and their nieces out there, as we call them. 1 point something trillion naira Lagos state budget. But guess what? They said 400 billion from that money in that budget was inserted by the Lagos State House of Assembly, and nobody will ask question because the Lagos State House of Assembly passed it, preparing, wetting the ground for the incoming Tifnumbu using your money. Taking away education from your children, taking away electricity from your home, taking away good roads out of your vicinity, taking away that healthcare from your vicinity. I mean, taking away the soft loan that could boost the economy, create micro businesses that pay taxes. I mean, all those things that could happen are never going to happen because Tifnumbu wants to be president. A jamboree. That some of you have a voyage, that some of you are already like buying the tickets. Pray to God to save you. You get what I mean now? You should let us pray to God. All these things, we have to talk to God. You have our fast 2,500 mullahs. Our fast, they are praying for Tifnumbu to be president. Then you have another 200 fast. They are also praying for Yeye Bello of Kogi to be president, and then as many as others who are being contracted out today, and they are going to railroad you. They're going to railroad you into religious nonsense. We know the end of it is that you are going to end up calling on God that none of you are going to campaign for right now. And I'm not going to, I'm 100% sure that there is never going to be any God on the ballot paper or ballot box, right? There's not going to be any God contesting for 2023 election, but the criminals are already railroading you into whatever the religion can do for you. 2023, a charade, a facade. Somebody said it's a facade. Then we have this part where I'm going to close mine and I'm going to let you, possibly jam in before we round it up, okay? I picked a video up and then I said I was going to share that with you. A rudderless country, a lawless country ruled by this kind of characters. I mean, so that's a soldier. And some soldiers jumped down out of their car. For some reason, they felt offended. They jumped out of their car and they went straight for the traffic warden, right? The traffic officer. And you saw what happened there. That is Nigeria. That is Nigeria. Unfortunately, there's another one. Hang on. Let me see if I found it.
Express road. After Onígàrí, ẹ wo bá Fúlàní ṣe yìnbọn fún o. Ẹ wo Fúlàní wọ́n ṣe yìnbọn fún o. Ẹ wo mọ́tò rẹ̀. Wọ́n ti pa driver, wọ́n ti pa ẹni tó wa mọ́tò. Lagos Ìbàdàn express road. Fúlàní ni o, ó ní Fúlàní ló ti gbéyàwó ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ wo driver ni wọ́n ti pa. Ẹ wo ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ẹ wo ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ẹ wo driver. Àwọn Fúlàní ìyàwó ẹni ẹ̀ wọ́n ti gbé lọ. Ẹ wo mọ́tò, ẹ wo ẹ̀jẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò. Ẹ wo ẹ̀jẹ̀. Ẹ wo ẹ̀jẹ̀. Àwọn Fúlàní ni o. Ẹ wo gan. Jésù gbà wá o. Ẹ wo bọ́ọ̀sì wọn nílẹ̀. Báàgì ni. Àwọn Fúlàní ni o. Àwọn Fúlàní ni o. Ẹ wo mọ́tò ni. Wọ́n ti pa dírẹ́fà. Wọ́n ti yìnbọn pa. Àwọn Fúlàní ti yìnbọn pa o. Ẹ wo ẹ wo ẹ wo ẹ wo ẹ wo àwọn Fúlàní ẹ wo ẹ bó ṣe yìnbọn mọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀.
In case if you don't understand Yoruba, or even if you understand Yoruba, I'll come back to you because, yeah. You see that video, that short clip you just saw there, there was an incident that happened along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway in Nigeria yesterday. The Fulani terrorist shot the driver on the motorway to lose control. He died. You saw him in that video, right? And then they shot other people in the car, including that guy who they shot on his thigh, right? Then they took his wife and other people from the car. They don't know the numbers of people kidnapped so far. That is Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Look at me very well. You can continue to tell yourselves that Maiyegun is, I don't know what you see me as, okay? Every time I tell you that I live far from that danger, but despite living far away from the danger, I know that it is just a matter of time, right? Before it will also get to people we know. I don't know those guys yet, okay? And that is exactly what Nigeria has become now. Before now, you think, oh, you get robbed and all that. No, you get kidnapped. That's what happened. Or you get killed straight away. And that is what they do. They understand the terrains of the Yoruba forest very well. They have the map. And once they grab you, if you pay ransom and they release you, you are lucky. Look at that driver. It's not lucky. So they shot the driver, killed him. Somebody who probably is a commercial boss trying to earn a living. You are watching me right now. Maybe you are currently in your house, on your bed, using your phone, watching Maiyegun. You've made it back home tonight. And to those who agree, who understand what I'm talking about, good luck, God bless you. But to those of you who are watching me right now, and because you made it back home now, whatever Maiyegun is saying is nonsense. I just hope. I remember just yesterday when somebody also came on Maiyegun's Diary Political and he said he got shot at exactly at that event that happened yesterday. That video I just showed you now. Some were lucky, some weren't. That's exactly the situation, the new Nigeria there you are. So it can get to you anytime from now. And you are not living far from it. So if I tell you that from the far away Glasgow, I feel so concerned because it is just a matter of time before it gets to either myself or to the people I know or to the people you know or even to yourself. And you may not have the chance of telling or living to tell the story like that driver and like many other people who have lost their lives. And those who brought this upon us are the same criminals who are warming up now to offer you solution. And they're also telling you, as a Yoruba man, as a Yoruba woman, you have no choice but to wait for 2023 and validate another election for them. How are you sure that you make it to that 2023? Or, just like Kingsley Moalu said, life is worthless in Nigeria under Buhari. No, life is worthless in Nigeria under the Nigerian politicians of this era. Absolute, consensus agreement. Life is worthless in Nigeria under this rogue. Or do you think your own life is worth more? Aye. Life always worth more when you are here. If I ask you now, do you think your life is worth anything as a Nigerian? Tell yourself the truth. I know my life doesn't worth a dime as a Nigerian in Nigeria. Trust me. Sometimes even if you die outside Nigeria, your life is even pretty much better. You know what I mean? They treat you as a human being. They package you. They clean you. They treat you with some respect. In Nigeria, you are just a statistic. Statistics. But you can live in denial of it, okay? Yeah, you can, it's in Nigeria, an animal farm. An animal farm or animal kingdom. Some animals are more equal than the others, and so on and so forth. Do you get what I mean now? It's unreal. You have your own belief, whatever you think. Yeah, I'm going to open my line. I'm taking my first call, by the way. And good enough. It seems to be
Maiyegun General.
Ahmed. Happy New Year.
Maiyegun General. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. How are you, Baba?
Baba, I don't try to I call the last. This is almost like 3 days now. I haven't had the chance of sitting and watching Maiyegun.
I know.
Baba,
everybody is always trying to be in all the time, but we just never have that luxury and all that. So it's always a pleasure to have you.
How's the family? Are you doing okay?
Well, we are surviving. We are still here. I mean, Happy New Year, Baba.
I'm watching this program on TV, and I was just watching because the comment section is by the side. So I'm watching one animal like that. They call him Virgin Money, or what they call it.
Benji Money. Is it causing a nuisance?
Yeah.
Is it being a nuisance in the comment section, right?
It's been a nuisance, but I think I would like to address him because he said something. He said like the next president is from the north. So I feel probably maybe he's a northerner or something. Maybe so Virgin Money, I want to see your comment. If you're an house or something, I want to see your comment. Maybe if you're an Hausa, because wahala shi gutinanu wahala ba ku gaji da wahala ba kullum ana daure ana yanka ku a sace ku amma dan kutumar uban ka zo nan kana commenting da yake kai jaki ne kai dan akuya ne. So if you in kai ba haushe ne ka ji ne da kyau, idan na Hausa ka ji da kyau, in kuma kai ba haushe bane you understand. For you to say the next president is from the north, who cares? You can bring him from anywhere. We don't give a damn here. You understand? Go and choose anywhere you want to go and choose. And the same person that will come, by the grace of God, he will touch you. So when they steal you, when they kidnap you, we go to help you pray. Let them bring you back. And the only thing we offer you is that we go to help you pray. Since if you say just sense.
And it will be wrong. It will be wrong for them not to accept that all you have to offer them is prayer. Oyedeko just said, if anybody criticizes, because you'll be a man of God. They say anybody will walk in when if a problem, they can't pray for you. Now, man of God, Abi. So if they don't take it, they will get leprosy. Yeah. That's it. But continue, Ahmed.
Of course. So naga makina idan kai daga arewa kake amma kana idan wayannan maganganun saboda kai jahili ne jaki dan akuya to ka ci gaba. Dan Allah sace ko kuma idan aka sace ka mu nan zamu ci gaba da ma addu'a ba addu'a bane zamu yi ma addu'a zamu yi ta addu'a Allah ya sa a kawo ka Allah ya dawo da kai.
Amen.
Dan inaniya shege matsiyaci.
Amen. You want to tell us what you just told him? Let me tell my people.
Yeah, what I just told you, if you are listening and you are a northerner and you came here committing nuisance, beating out rubbish just because you are foolish, you don't know what you are doing. You feel all what we do here is we are doing it for fun. This is awareness. If you cannot take it, then leave it.
That's
when
right.
the Nigeria that we're talking about here happens to you, then we here, we will pray for you. We will keep praying for you. And I just stop them up with that kind of house that cost.
I like that.
Because
now, there's one message I want you to help me send. And I want you to use the context of this Zamfara people. It is beyond being killed or kidnapped alone. They said, if you go to Zamfara, you will see the abject poverty from people who used to be able to fend for themselves through famine. They are now so kind of God. Do you mind using that context and tell them that Buhari that is telling you to pray to God, he himself doesn't believe in God?
I sun sani saboda yau kowa yana gani. Zamfaran da kuka sani yau zamfaran da kuke gani hakan take. An tashi tun daga Maiduguri, an tsallaka daga North East, an tsallako, an dawo cikin arewa gongongon inda arewan take gongongon. Ana tayar muku da hankali, amma kuma duk da haka jahilcin bata ishe ku ba, rashin hankalin bata ishe ku ba. Kullum ku ba mu sani ba wani irin kunne kuke da shi.
Exactly.
Yanzu an fara tattara ku, an fara muku magana yanda za a yi 2023 an fara gaya muku ko ku zaɓi Tinubu ko ku zaɓi Osinbajo ko ku zaɓi wani ɗan iska wani matsiyaci. Ku je ku zaɓo wata shekara 4 tana nan zuwa wanda za ku ci kutumar ku. Ba kuna jin daɗi ba a fitowa zuwa ba ku 200 a ba ku 1000 a ce muku ku je ku yi layi ku je ku yi zaɓe go and do election tutuwa to za ku ci kuban ku ku damu lokaci kaɗan ne. Lokacin Buhari da kuka gani wasa ne.
Exactly.
Na Buhari wasa ne. Wanda za ku gani sai ya ci kuban na Buhari times 10. Za ku gane ba ku in ba ku gane tun yanzu ku fara janye kanku daga wani election din da za a yi ku bar su kayan su tun daman can ba election suke yi ba. Zaɓe suke yi abu wanda za su zaɓa su ba ku kuma wannan ya zo ya ci gaba da ci kutumar ubanku. In kun dai in an ce kun ne in yi jiki gangan jiki bai jin gani ko ya Hausawa su ji wani. To za ku gane tayiwa ne ba the time din da kuka kawo ko Tinubu ko Osinbajo ko wani wannan abin da Buhari ya yi kaɗan ne. Buhari kawai wasa ya yi. Wanda zai zo later on sai ya ci kuban wanda kuka gani na ci gaba. Ba kwaci ba. You see, he said you guys are all one-sided. Hey, Malo, we are not all one-sided. If you have sense, if you have sense of reasoning, if your sense is correct, you understand that we are not one-sided. We are not talking about Fulani. Every tribe that you see, they have their own criminals.
Yes.
We are talking about every criminal that has caused that country a problem. So for you to come and start saying someone is one-sided, that means you are senseless. Only senseless people like you'll be so stupid to even think about that. Or maybe you are just new here. And if
they
you are not
actually
new here,
not
you
new.
like that.
Yeah, they are not new. They just love to test the water. I would love to see one of them call in and articulate.
Yeah,
their
just
position.
he said one thing. He said you used to pick calls that you know. You pick the people's calls that you know.
I wish
only people that you know that you used to call in. So virgin money, if you are born of blood, if you are born of a woman, I want you to call in right now.
Try,
and
please.
Talk and stop that text.
Articulate, yeah. Let's open the line.
Say what you want to say.
Let's open the line. Yeah. Thank you very much for your calling in, okay? It's been a pleasure. So let me take this call, I have a caller. I pick my calls randomly because I'm using one line. So you either call it and it's going to say it's busy, or your call comes through when somebody else is talking. I won't pick your call when somebody else is talking. You get what I mean now? So if you are a Buhari idiot, a cyberbarian, just be articulate. Pick up that phone, call in. Please be articulate, okay? Don't talk gibberish like Buhari. Hello there.
One name.
How are you? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
One name.
I've not been able to call you for some time now. I've been busy, you know. Okay. I've been baby nursing. My wife gave birth to a baby boy.
Oh, congratulations. That's a brilliant one. Is it this year or towards the end of the year? Last year or this year?
My baby is just 2 months old now.
Oh, you had this baby before the Christmas. That's brilliant, man. A boy. Congratulations,
boy,
man.
yes.
Congratulations. So you want to add to this?
And 2 girls.
Go on, sorry.
And I have 2 boys and 2 girls.
Oh, you are so blessed, man.
I'm really blessed, my brother.
God bless you. Now,
really
fire on. I mean, you have the floor. I want to be like you when I
before I start. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, one name.
I hope you received my New Year greetings and cards.
I did. There are so many. I'm still unwrapping.
Okay. Well, Maiyegun, you remember last year when I told you that all these things will boil down to Nigerians one day waking up in the morning and deciding that it is enough for them. They can't take it anymore. No amount of preaching or talking we will do or exposure we will do that will make them rise. They will rise when their stomach starts telling them the reality. Right now, it's still little to eat. It will come to a time where you can't even we can't go to market and see anything to buy. Then you see Nigerians now say it's enough. You understand?
I'm with you.
Then they should not bother themselves. There will be nothing like 2023. That election, if it will happen, that election happening will boil down to something else. It will not end up as election. It will either end up to become revolution or war.
And now them go do them. Now them go do them, because that's why I said that those who are saying shut up your mouth, you cannot break Nigeria, you have no clue. These guys are already breaking Nigeria. It's just to make it official for them soon. And continue.
And see. It will also come to a time. Right now, Nigerians have not really diagnosed what is the real solution to all this problem. It will come to the time they will diagnose the solution to the problem, which is about all ethnic people in Nigeria that knows that they are real owners of the land will all revolt against the Fulani tribe, just only the Fulani, and kick them out of Nigeria. Once they do this, Nigeria will be well. It's heading to that place now. Because these Fulanis have touched fingered everybody's eyes. It will come to a time all the whole ethnic groups will come together and say this is the Fulani should just leave Nigeria totally for them, because they are the only problem the Nigerians are having. And as long as Nigerian people do this, they can bring back their own Nigeria. It will work. If they can kick out Fulani from Nigeria entirely,
as long as they don't, it will work. I know. Go on.
As long as they don't kick out Fulani from Nigeria, they will be suffering all this. They are suffering now. Let me take this opportunity to speak to my Biafrans, if you don't mind, in my language.
Igbo, please. I was about to ask you that. Do you mind delivering a message to my Biafran brothers? And you can tell us the English meaning, all right, briefly, before you go. Would you do that for me?
That is what I'm about to do now.
God bless you. Fire on now. One name.
Cha 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 ndi Igbo kwenu.
Kwenu.
Cha 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 Biafra kwenu.
Kwenu.
Cha 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 ndi Igbo kwenu.
Kwenu.
Ịhụ ndị a na-asụ ha dọga ndọrọ ọchịchị enwe ike bụ unu n'obi ihe a chọgawa akpa ha. Ọnụ gbachie nkịtị ndị a gụọ ọnụ n'aka n'anya. Wee na example ihe mere na Anambra, just because ha chọrọ ka e hold Anambra election, edisivo ndị IPOB DOS ahapụ ha eme election, emechara election, gịnị mere? Akwa onye isi ọchịchị pụtara sị ọnụ na-aga erilize anyị nwanne anyị nwoke. Ọ nọkwa ma ihe, ọ nakwa mepekwa anya ọnụ. Oleke mmadụ ga-esi nụ na mmiri ncha na-aba ya n'anya. Ma Hope Uzodimma ma Rochas Okorocha ha niile wu ndị ndọrọ ọchịchị enwe ike bụ ọnụ n'obi ihe a dị aftawa ego akpịrị ego. Nna oge erule mgbe ọnụ ga-etete n'ụra. Tetenụ n'ụra na chi abụọla. Tetenụ n'ụra. Oke ọ na-ochege ka ihe Eblakọ jụrụ nwa ya sị ihe oge emebi ugboro ole, jụrụ ụmụ ya ihe oge eme unu ugboro ole ka ọnụ mata ihe. Nke asụ ugboro atọ, nke asụ ugboro abụọ, nke obere asụ ya agaghị ekwe ka ihe ọla mee, ya ga-eji ihe mere ibe mara ihe. So ihe ndị egbuchigo everyday, egbuo n'Enugu, egbuo na Zamfara, egbuo na Ọyọ, egbuo na Ogun. Ọ na ọhụ ga oke chega ka o rute gị n'aka Mgbe egbuziri gị o mgbe egburu onye gị ka ị ga-ekulite n'ụra. Ndị Igbo teta nọ n'ụra. Teta nọ n'ụra. Kwasị onye efi na-enweghị onye nche na-eche ndụ ya nche. Onye ndị ọ gbara gburugburu na-eche ndụ ya nche. Ke ka ọnụ ga-esi nọ na-ezuzugharịga ihe ọnụ zuzuga ọnụ doga politics ọnụ choga presidency. Onye na-enye ọnụ presidency.
That's right. Ask them.
Who will give you people presidency? Who? Ndị Hausa chọkwara iji ha politics again now. Ndị PDP chọrọ iwepụta Atiku nas onye Fulani. Next a ga-agwa na APC adịghị mma, APC is not good, all PDP dị mma, Atiku ga ọ nọ makwa dị ihe. Mgbe egbugide bata n'ime mgbụlọ obibi egwu ọgbuo jigide ọgbuo ọpara gị ada gị ka ị ga-amata na ndị a ihe mege.
Tell them.
N'ụra. Tete n'ụra. Achịgbara. I am trying to tell them that it is time they wake up from their slumber, from their sleep. They have been sleeping. Do they want to wait until the killing gets to their doorstep before they will react? Don't they hear all these things happening in Zamfara, in Ondo, Oyo, Enugu?
Even Enugu.
Should they wait till it comes to their doorstep when they kill their husband or their uncle or brother or sister, daughter or son before they will realize that it is real, it is happening? They are still pursuing presidency. Who will give them presidency? They are now starting to cook up their lives again.
Yeah.
Now they are telling you APC is not good. They are now diverting it again to PDP. I think will become presidential aspirant. You go and vote for him. It's the same Fulani again. You suffer now 8 years again. Fulani again. You people should smell the hands, smell the things cooking. Wake up. Both Hope also them Roger Sokrocha. All people are all criminals. They are all thieves.
Absolutely.
They are only after their pockets. They don't have you people in mind. Very soon they will not see anything to buy in the market and they cannot go to the farm. Let us see what they will do. All die is die. If you die tomorrow, you die today. It's the same thing.
All die.
They should
die.
wait.
God bless you.
So that's what I was telling them.
That's a very powerful one name. Thank you so much. I think I've mixed this so well. Now I'm going to need somebody who is going to help me come and do Yoruba fire branding. I can do that. But it seems you should do it. I've used my own time. One name. Happy New Year once again. And then give that wee man, a cuddle. Say from Maiyegun. Maiyegun said I should give you a swing. So give him a swing after the call. All right? Let's do that. And say that's from Maiyegun. God bless you. What's the name? Say it again.
Kachibo.
Kachibo.
Good night.
Oh, Kachibo is good night. What's the name of the wee man, the young man, your new baby? If you don't mind.
Oh, his name is Christos.
Christo. I will keep that in mind.
Christos. Christos in Greek is Jesus. Then in my Igbo language,
Christos is Jesus. I get that.
My Igbo name, I call him Ebube Chineke. That is the braveness of God. Braveness of God.
That's brilliant. God bless you. One name, God bless the young man and his own siblings too. You have a wonderful evening. Okay. You have a good one. Cheers and bye-bye. Okay. Cheers, man. I have another caller, by the way. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun. Wally from Wales.
Say that again, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your name,
Wally from Wales.
Did you say Wallace?
From Wales.
Wallace from Wales.
Wally from Wales.
I can hear you now. Yeah, I'm only trying to repeat to confirm that. So, Wallace from Wales. You are live, sir. First time caller. I've never heard from you.
First time caller.
Class.
First time caller.
Now you are live, sir.
I'm not going to waste your time, but I just want to appreciate you.
Thank you.
You are really, really, really educating us, and you're putting strength to people like us that have little strength to fight for this fight we're fighting for. All I would say is may God strengthen you.
Amen.
And may God be your strength.
Amen.
And wisdom and understanding that we all need to fight this fight. God will give it to you and you will lead us through it.
Amen.
Keep this group going.
Thank you.
Because in this group, there are Christians, there are Muslims.
That's right.
There are unbelievers. And for the first time, every
Nigerians. I think this is the real Nigerian forum we have, that we don't believe in. We don't take religion. We don't take tradition on people. We all just go together because we're all fighting for one goal.
That's right.
I pray that God will lead us.
Amen.
And with you, things will go. And I want to say thank you again.
Thanks so much.
Maybe
Wallace.
next time I'll tell you my own opinion, because I've been trying to call all these days, but
God bless
I've never had the opportunity.
I know. It can be so busy,
call,
right? And then,
tonight,
yeah, you know, sometimes
I know,
when I leave, I know, when I leave the program, right? Sometimes when I leave the program.
Busy line.
I know. Thank you.
It's
Thanks so much.
Busy line. One of my plan is, I wish when I go home, I can do flyers from here.
Yeah.
Saying, listen to Maiyegun. I would distribute it to people and say, look,
thank you.
Because this is a strong thing you're doing that brings people together. I never knew Nigerians are in some parts of the world. Some would call and say they're in little countries that you can't even imagine of.
I know.
And we all assemble at this time to listen to you. You're doing a great work. God bless you. Thank you.
And you too. God bless you for that.
I will call back next time.
I am not going to forget that. Wales, just right there. You are my brother next door. So you stay safe, sir. And you have a good one, okay?
No wala.
Cheers,
no wala. Thank
Cheers,
you very much.
Nice one. So I have a caller again here on the line. Let me see if I got that up. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Is that Paul?
Good morning.
Good morning to you. Paul calling from India.
Good morning.
Where in India again, Paul? Tell my friends.
I'm based in Uttar Pradesh.
Uttar Pradesh.
The state is Uttar Pradesh, and the name of the city is Greater Noida.
Greater Noida. Fantastic. Now, Paul, you meet us on the program tonight again, right? And I bet you have something to add too. Do you?
Yes, actually, I wanted to refer to your broadcast earlier.
Oh,
where you actually emphasized on them using religion to start blackmailing, tribe to start blackmailing. That has been the format right from time, and I'm one of those very strong advocates that believe that religion is one of, if not the strongest tool they've always been using. They've always been using religion.
And you have always been an advocate against it too. You have always been the one, always been like, every of your point is that if we can separate religion, if we can separate our people's thoughts when they're thinking about politics, take religion out of it, we'll make a lot of progress. So go on, Paul.
Yes, because even many of us that are still outside Nigeria are still fixated on this religion. It has nothing to do, I keep emphasizing that it has nothing to do with the omnipotence of God. It has nothing, we're not trying to discredit God. We're not trying to say God cannot perform miracles. But I've always advocated for the brain. If I keep saying it every time, that if God really wanted us to rely on him 100%, he would not create a brain in our skull.
No.
There's a reason why we have a brain.
I bet.
God will not come down to fix the road. God will not come down to build hospitals. God will not come down. So when, just like you said in the earlier broadcast, Maiyegun, if they want to strip Nigeria, they just put God on the table.
That moment, common sense is going to fly from the half of the room, if not 80% of the people in the room. Once you put God on the table, everything else.
Definitely.
Go on.
Yeah, so they'll just go bonkers. Once there is God on the table, everyone will just go bonkers. Oh, why are you talking? Are you disrespecting God? Are you trying to say God cannot do it? Many of us will be 40. Many of us are in our late 30s. We've been fasting, we've been praying, we've gone to crusade, we've gone to vigil. We've prayed for Nigeria. We've done so many things just for Nigeria to get better. Now, if we are reading, like I'm a Christian, for those of us that are Christians, if we are reading our Bibles, is God really that wicked? Kama gbàdúrà láti ọdún gbọ̀ngàn, Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti gbọ́ dì sí. And when you Google when you Google the top 10 richest pastors in the world, about 4 or 5 of them are based in that same Nigeria.
You remember, Paul, there was a time I asked people, Paul, there was a time I asked people and I said that if people believe that it is God that gives them leaders, is it not yet time for Nigerians to start asking themselves, let's say God serve it also? How come he is giving us God hates Nigerians.
Maiyegun, you made it easy. You made it easy already now. Maiyegun, you made it easy already now. There is a Nigerian God.
That's right.
It's just that simple. There is a Nigerian God. The essence of God is in every other country, but the God in Nigeria is kind of different. Many of us who are living outside the country now can see that the God in Nigeria is Oyato. The one in Nigeria is a fixated one, is a created God.
A magician.
A created God, yes, a created God to control the minds of the people. To completely free. Okay, look at our northern brothers, for example, Maiyegun. Do you know that the northern brothers are completely been subjugated with religion? Completely.
That's right.
They don't. In fact, once you speak about Islam or you speak about Muhammad, you are in short, you are gone, you are dead.
You'll be lucky to escape death.
Yes, very lucky to escape death. And that same mentality is already building very strongly down south
as well.
Religion. What is his God? That is the end. Let us pray. Let us pray for our leader. Let us pray for them. Let us pray. Although like you said, pray.
And then they get offended. They get offended the moment you say, this one is not about prayer, Jari. Let's discuss the real thing. They'll say, you are so rude. So you are disrespecting God. You better don't let God destroy you. You better don't let your ego. Don't let you. What brain do you think you have? If God does not want your brain to work, it will not work. It's that mentality, Baba. It pisses me off. Trust me, it pisses me off.
Maiyegun, not like saying yes. If you want to phone mommy Gio thing.
Yes.
Tabaso alo fire. Tabato alo fire. Tabami alo fire. Tabak pe Maiyegun alo fire.
Straight up. Unfortunate thing. Mental problem. Paul, let me take another call, Papa. Thank you so much.
Let me give that
God bless you. Thank you. Now, I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Maiyegun.
Hello,
Fidelis from Canada.
Fidelis. So wonderful to hear from you again. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm so impressed too. It's like my line now is kind of having a free access to getting you quite easy now.
Before your last call and this one, right?
Yeah.
You probably would have felt same, like somebody who said maybe Maiyegun is screening calls. I wish I could screen calls, but people don't know how I feel when I get to speak to people who speak for the first time. Because sometimes when I finish the program, right, I will see 1,800 missed calls, 2,400 missed calls. And these are not like 2,400 people calls, right? These are individual calls that can be about 40 times, 50 times throughout the program. They never get a chance. So I feel good when people say, oh, finally, because I see these things and I'm like, oh, that would be so tough for so many people who actually have to dial for a straight 1 hour and never get through. So Fidelis, it's a pleasure, Baba, to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. As a matter of fact, apart from the fact that I would like to thank you very much for the good work you are doing,
thank you.
On creating conscience for those who probably have no conscience. I want to first and foremost, please beg the whole house to give you a thumbs up, Let's do that. Let's do that. We cannot continue.
Just give me one thumb up under the video.
Yeah, go on. Give me a thumbs up at least to even
show that
for
you
nothing else.
You enjoy
do
this
that to show that you Yes. I just did mine now. So the area that I want to talk about is this, and I'm happy that this is an avenue whereby even politicians in Nigeria are listening and they are watching and they are amused that they want to know how Nigerians are reacting. I want to use this opportunity to talk to them.
Please.
Yes, I want to talk to them, but I would narrow my discussion towards our religious leaders.
Please.
Our religious leaders. If any person dies, it should touch you in the heart. If you're a man of God and you call yourself a man of God, or whether you are a Muslim cleric or you are a pastor, or it should touch you in the heart for you to speak the truth, because we are living in a world that is not perpetually forever.
No.
It's a world that will definitely come to an end. What part did you play when you see someone being slayed and killed? Did you say something? What contribution did you? What did you do? It's a very simple question. There are many ways. For example, I'm a Christian, but I want to talk to my Christian brothers. There are many ways you sell away Christ. It's not until when everybody is in the church and all that. No, you can sell Christ by not speaking the truth. You can sell Christ by not, doing what you need to do. For instance, the vice president. If the vice president has a conscience, and I'm talking to Osinbajo, I'm talking to him. If you are a man who owns a conscience, and you have a wife and you have children, and you hear of how people are being slaved, it is honorable for you now, even if for no one else, to tender your resignation. Let it be written in record that you are not a partaker to this kind of administration that turns away its eyes when people are slaved. It's a honorable thing for him to do. But he brings us this disgrace as a Christian to keep quiet, and not only that, insult us in our face by recontesting again.
With the same man, exactly.
Yes, with the same man. That brings us to the point now that if you are a Christian and you are in Nigeria, you have every right now that the litmus test of your Christianity has been tested and it has failed. Whether you are a Muslim too, the litmus test now has been tested. Many of all those people who we are looking up to, from Redeemed to the Catholics and all that, whatever religion you belong to, for the fact that they are not talking about it and they are not asking people, look, if you tell people that, look, we want people to come outside and show your displeasure, even if you do not want to, actually just come outside, let everybody know that this is against what is just, this is against what is right. You are afraid. You don't want to stay because you feel you're going to die or you're going to live forever.
Saying that they are afraid, Fidelis, right? It's like us finding an excuse for them. Can we say it the way it is, by the way, right? This season, right? You're going to see all these churches.
Yeah.
They're going to host all these politicians. They're going to bring them before their audiences. They're going to ask the audience to pray for them. Like we're going to witness all of this year, right?
Yes.
And this is the religious part you mentioned that you really want to address. This is where they bring ridicule to the body of that Christ. This is how they bring ridicule to the body of Islam. And you as a Muslim, you as a Christian, you are going to be railroaded into accepting the same criminals who brought this upon you because of God. That's the role of all those religious leaders. Please, I want you to help me tell them again that all those things have consequences.
Yes, there's what they call you don't pray against the process. You don't pray against the process. The process of, for example, you lie down on your bed and you wake up in the morning and you need to make your bed and you are waiting on God to come and make your bed. That is a process. You don't need to pray against it. I at a time I felt that probably Nigerians are not really, they're not getting this message. But I kind of feel again that they shine away from the problem, hoping that it will resolve itself. And it's not possible. No matter how many prayers we are going to pray from heaven, I mean, look at even Jesus. He had to carry whip and whip people in the synagogue.
He took action.
He whipped people in the synagogue. Yes, he took action. We are not asking anybody. Do you know that, to be frank, if the country was a secular country whereby every state itself run autonomy of its own and probably they have their own ammunition, they have their own guns and all that, I don't think it can get as bad as it is now.
Fidelis, right? And that's why people are saying that if these guys actually love Nigeria, what is tearing Nigeria apart is that some part want to dominate the other part, or they are scared that if they lose power, this other part will dominate them. All this fear, right? A rearranged Nigeria means everybody manage their own affair. Now, if there's any external wahala killing people, people can contribute soldiers from different regions. They call them National Guard. You send them over to defend any territory of Nigeria if your neighbor is fighting. But you see these guys, that will make them powerless and possibly poorer. They wouldn't have the hold on the money, the resources they have now, if Nigeria should go that path. That's why they don't want to have that chat. Ever.
Yeah. So I want to use this media to talk to all the South. I want to use this media. Yes.
Go on, yes. I'm with you. Yeah, go on.
I want to use this medium to talk to all the Southern governors. You know, they are listening and they are hearing. Whether we like it or not, a revolution is a given. By the way things are going, because where the country is running almost 80 to 90% on current running expenditure to pay for their expense to go abroad and treat themselves, to pay for their children to go abroad, you know, using Nigerians' money for their own personal aggrandizement, you know, using it to settle their own selfishness. You understand? It's going to get to a revolution. But what we are praying for is that we should know the difference between a revolution and anarchy. Yes. When the anarchy sets in out of frustration, you know, when anarchy comes out of a rebirth of a revolution, they won't have anywhere to hide. Because even the airport will not be a place where they would escape from.
Everywhere we shot.
So we are praying that, we are praying now. It's a ticking bomb. It's a ticking bomb. They need to understand that for them not speaking up, they have decided to mortgage their own safety and their wife's safety and their children's safety. You know,
that's right.
They have decided to. I don't see any reason why they cannot back off and say, look, we want to make sure that Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally. We're talking of election now. Put election aside because we have a lot of disputes which is yet to be settled.
The reason for detention?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime, and then Oloye Sunday-Boji committed no crime. That was detention.
Yes.
They won't.
That is what I want the clerics and the church leaders now to be advocating. That let's make sure that Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, let both of them be released unconditionally. If that is not given, then there is no point for election. There's no point for election.
Thank you so much.
That is what
Fidelis.
I want the clerics and our leaders to give.
God bless you, Fidelis.
I hope they are hearing us. I hope they are hearing us. The youth are speaking. The youth are speaking, and they need to hearken to what we have to say.
They will have to.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, Fidelis. It's another firebrand from you tonight. I'm looking forward to the next one when I'm lucky again. You have a good one, bro.
Thanks, man.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
So I have another caller as well on the line. Glory Igwe, my dear sister, if you are still watching, thank you for that super chat, by the way. Hello there.
Maiyegun General.
Oh, how are you, sir?
I'm good.
Great. So, who am I talking to? I mean, who am I speaking to? Your name, sir?
Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, sir. How are you?
I'm pretty good. And you?
I'm very well,
Happy
sir.
New Year.
To you too. Thank you. You're live, by the way. Now you can fire, sir.
Thank you so much. It's been a long time.
It has been.
Once again, I want to appreciate you for all the work, all the great work you are doing.
Thank you.
We pray God Almighty will minister, will bless you and your family in the name of Jesus.
Amen. And yours too.
Once again, actually, I belong to a particular constituency. I'm a Christian by the grace of God.
Class.
And I told God that our Christian brethren, ministers, and everyone should, by now, I believe their eyes of understanding should be open to the reality of what is on ground. Initially, nobody wants to believe you. Nobody wants to believe what people are saying, what has been going on, especially from this platform, Maiyegun. But now the reality is done.
Did you see that video of that driver shot on Lagos about the expressway? Did you see that, sir?
Yeah.
You saw it. Continue, sir.
It is horrible. It is horrible. What is going on in Zamfara, what is going on in Lagos and all these places in the eastern part of the country, it is uncalled for. But my take is this, that most of the Christians, they don't say anything. People are easily carried away. They don't want to talk about this. And just like you said some few minutes ago, that most of these politicians, they will keep going to the churches and they present them, they tell them, they pray for them, praying for who? Who enjoy AC or fans in the church? Is it God or we human beings? The roads, we keep praying for roads. We keep praying for all manners of things. And things we actually don't need to pray for, we pray for it.
Pray for that.
Our people have been, to my best of knowledge, it's as if they have been hypnotized. They've changed their mind. The kind of religion we are setting in that part of, especially in Nigeria, is upside down. It's opposite the reality. People are poor. People have nothing to eat. They have no job. And the state of the country, especially before now, I want to believe if they didn't allow Buhari to come into power, people will have been worshiping Buhari if he died.
And now they will say it's the president that Nigeria never had. They will say, it's the best president Nigeria never had.
That's the reality, the original, the real Buhari, the real Buhari has manifested, and the whole world is in him. He thought he believed. Everybody believes it's a real Muslim, but it's a wicked and evil man. The whole world knew now that he's an evil man. He's a wicked man. He has no conscience. He has no mind. He's a wicked man. And God will judge him.
Amen.
God judge Buhari and his administration. God will judge him. And to Osinbajo, who think everybody believes Osinbajo is a Christian. I wonder. I don't know how they could call Osinbajo a Christian. Because he has no conscience. He has no conscience. To my best of knowledge, I'm not judging him. Already he has judged himself.
He has.
They are killing people. They are killing Christians. They are burning churches. He kept quiet. He has no God. He has no effrontery. He has no common gumption. To even come out and say, brethren, this is this, and he's telling people to pray. Pray for who? Pray for who's God?
Yes, sir. You see, not coming out is not even the most annoying part, sir. We have never seen it anywhere on record. I have record of Osinbajo's Messiah, okay, including when he was wishing that maybe Buhari would die. When Buhari dies, he's going to be president, and those who are disrespecting him now under Buhari, they will respect him and all of that. Yeah, there was never a time, sir, that they said internally Osinbajo complains about the massacre going against the massacring of Christians, especially in northern Nigeria. He's never done any private protest against it. Never. He's
so the man grew to power.
Yeah.
He lost power. He grew to Aso Rock. I think they are not enough. And to all our Christian senators and what have you,
them too.
They've forgotten that we're voted in there. They've forgotten that they are representing the people, but they are now representing themselves. They all stay in Abuja, and they think that something is going on. They were killing people, they cannot talk. These people, God will judge them.
Amen.
And to all our Obas, I wonder by now, I thought we have some Obas who have conscience. Majority of them, they get carried away. They are afraid to talk, and they head Sunday Igboho to ransom. They head this Kanu to ransom because they feel these people, they are a threat, and they have a lot of followers. But it's just a matter of time. Somebody has said it. Every punishment, everything Sunday Igboho have gone through, their family, their children will also suffer the same in the name of Jesus.
Amen. To that too.
The Lord will judge all of them one after the other. Everyone that has turned Nigeria upside down. Now it is now that it's done on me that it's as if Nigeria is not a country, because there's something that works in Nigeria. Everything that works in other parts of the nations all over the world doesn't work in Nigeria.
No.
It's a shame. Nigeria is a shame.
Sad too. It is sad.
Oh God. So we are finding ourselves.
Thank you, sir.
Let's keep propagating this good news. Enlighten people. Help me tell other people, other bloggers that they should just stop fighting themselves. They should just keep educating people, opening people's eyes. Let them begin to know, understand what is going on, the evil these politicians and all the people in government that are doing.
That's right.
May the Lord bless you.
Amen. And you too, sir. God bless you, sir, for that brilliant submission. And then you are welcome back, sir. You have a good evening. Thank you. I have another caller. This time around, it is. Oh, hang on. What happened? Hello? Oh, no. Hello?
Hello, Maiyegun.
Oh, hello, ma. How are you?
Mo fẹ́ contribute nǹkan tí gbogbo yín ò mọ̀ pé ṣẹlẹ̀.
Oh, yeah.
Ṣé yóò notice pé Buhari gangan ló ń gùdù ni? Àwọn North ló ń gùdù. And Dangote wà nù wọn. Dangote monopolize market in Naija, kò jẹ́ kí Naija develop. Òun ni ó máa determine àwọn tó máa yáwó ní Central Bank, òun ni kò ní determine. Àwọn American economics sọ pé Nigeria ò lè ever develop tí Dangote bá ti jẹ́ òun nìkan ló ń supply gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń jẹ tá à ń mu. Dangote dominate cement, ó dominate gbogbo oúnjẹ, ó tún bọ́ sí refinery, ó tún bọ́ sí gbogbo ẹ̀. Maiyegun, èmi ò rí ìlú tó ní over 200 and something million tó ti bọ́dà rẹ̀. America tí mo wà yìí, wọ́n ṣí gbogbo bọ́dà bí tó ń jẹ́ ń gbà wọlé ni. Tó wọ́n mọ̀ pé àwọn population àwọn ti pọ̀ jù fún oúnjẹ táwọn ń produce. 30% or 40% oúnjẹ tó wà l'America is produced by Florida and California. Tó bá ní California, oúnjẹ ló máa bá lọ. Wọ́n wá rí pé kò tún lè tó àwọn náà. Wọ́n tún ṣí bọ́dà Mexico lẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣí bọ́dà Canada, wọ́n ṣí bọ́dà Canada lẹ̀. Wọ́n ṣí bọ́dà Asia country lẹ̀. Tí n bá lọ sí California, Maiyegun, tí n bá cross over sí Mexico, máa gbé ata wọlé àti everything. Immigration máa inspect ẹ̀ tó bá ti wo passport ọwọ́ mi. Wọ́n máa jẹ́ kó oúnjẹ yẹn wọlé ni. Wọ́n sọ pé àwọn Danko tí ò mọ ohun tó ń ṣe. Ìlú tó bá fẹ́ kí ìlú ẹ̀ develop kò ní síbi tó ń jẹ́ gbà wọlé. Ìgbà tí Buhari máa wọlé, àwọn Fúlàní ti plan fún wa. Wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé tí ò bá sí oúnjẹ ní South, wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé oúnjẹ tó wọlé láti Kótọ́nù, òun ni Yorùbá máa jẹ, òun ni Yíbò máa jẹ. Wọ́n wá ti bẹ̀. Wọ́n ní oúnjẹ tó wà ní wọ́n ní ká máa produce oúnjẹ nílùú. Wọ́n náà fẹ́ promote Naija. How is that possible for population million? Population America is almost 380 something million. Wọ́n ṣí gbogbo ibi tó ń jẹ́ lè gbà kọjá ni. Oúnjẹ wá wà òkè bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀wọ́n náà people yóò mọ ohun tó ń ṣe pẹ̀lú Dangote. American economics ti sọ wípé tí wọ́n bá sì jẹ́ kí Dangote máa monopolize market Naija yẹn, Naija ò lè develop.
Mọ̀kọ́ tó máa ń dùn yàn jù mà. Mọ̀kọ́ tó dùn wá jù lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Dangote yìí ń gbà mí ta bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ mà. Ọbásanjọ́ pẹ̀lú ẹni tó fún Dangote ní privilege tó ń jẹ́
of course, mo mọ̀ náà, ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ. Òun ló fún ní power yẹn. Ṣé báwo ló gbé ìtorí sìmẹ́ǹtì lé lọ́wọ́? Tó ba nǹkan tí Awólọ́wọ̀ tó jẹ. Awólọ́wọ̀ Ọbásanjọ́ méṣe gbogbo nǹkan tí Awólọ́wọ̀ ṣe ló fẹ́ eradicate.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tó bá sí pé gbogbo ayé kàn kígbe Awólọ́wọ̀ ni, Ọbásanjọ́ ò fẹ́ kọ́ wọn ta Awólọ́wọ̀ mọ́. Tó bá tẹ̀ náà ará ìtorí lé nìyí, wọ́n á sọ history Ọbásanjọ́. Wọ́n ò mọ̀ bóyá bàbá ẹ̀ fúyá Fúlàní, wọ́n ò mọ̀ bóyá Yíbò. Wọ́n ní pé ẹ̀kọ́ náà àwọn Yíbò ló wá ṣiṣẹ́ ní ìtorí nígbà tá a ti máa ń lò wọ́n yẹn ló fún ìyá ẹ̀ lóyún. Nígbà tó fún ìyá ẹ̀ lóyún, wọn ò fẹ́ kí ìtìjú bá lọ gbé ìyá ẹ̀ lọ sí táwọn ní Abẹ́òkúta ló lọ bí ọmọ yẹn. Tó bá lóun ò ń ṣe Yorùbá, kò ń ṣe Yorùbá lóòótọ́, because a mọ̀ bóyá 50% Fúlàní àbí 50% Yíbò. Torí kò fẹ́ bá àwọn Yíbò náà, Fúlàní nìkan ló fẹ́ bọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tí wọ́n bá ṣe nǹkan táwọn pípù yìí ṣe, wọ́n ti calculate Maiyegun. Torí mi ò rí ìlú tó jẹ́ pé ó ti bọ́dà tó ń jẹ rí o. Èmi ò rí o, Maiyegun Naija nìkan lèmi ti rí o. Amẹ́ríkà ṣe oúnjẹ lè rẹpẹtẹ ni o.
Síbẹ̀ náà bọ́ ṣe ti bọ́dà òun o, àwọn oúnjẹ díẹ̀díẹ̀ ta tún ń gbìn nílé gan, ó ti yẹ yín sìn, wọ́n tún da àwọn ẹran wọn síbẹ̀, àwọn tó bàjẹ́.
Wọ́n tún jẹ́ káwọn Fúlàní wá jẹ́, ẹwà náà bá sọ pé ọmọ tó máa ṣe. Dangote wá ó bá monopolize, Dangote wá jókòó sí Central Bank. Àwọn òṣèlú láwa ń tẹ̀lé bí ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀. Tòun ló máa retirement tó máa yá lówó, ẹni tó ní yá lówó. Ó ga o. Ọlọ́run kókó wa yọ Maiyegun.
God bless you, man. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe máa ń wọlé wá tẹ máa ń drop ẹ̀ mo like ẹ tí sọ orúkọ yín fún mi dì sí but mi ò ní press ẹ má worry.
Ẹ máa sọ later.
Yeah.
Ọmọ òdògbólú bíi tèmi àti ọmọ òdògbólú ni mí bíi tiẹ̀.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry then. No wahala. Okay. So number one, people get kind of not happy when my caller calls.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, my brother. Do you mind? Make I just steal just 2 minutes of your time. Just 2 minutes. Yeah, you are true. Don't worry. 2 minutes of your time. So what that my caller, just hang on there for me for a sec, okay? So what my caller was sharing with us is that you should reason more. They monopolize the economy, monopolize this food supply, monopolize this, monopolize that for Dangote. And they also shut the border in southern Nigeria, which serves as a buffer for the food supply in southern Nigeria. So they felt like they are in that control, but some of you are not reasoning or seeing it. That's to the point that Dangote has his own office. I have said that before. They have a Dangote office inside Central Bank. He has access to the Central Bank. He is your Central Bank, to be sincere. And that is why when Nigeria became broke, the development or completion of his refinery goes down. You know what I mean? But we'll come back to that. I have a caller. Sorry, brother. Can you hear me?
Hello, Maiyegun.
Sir.
Maiyegun tiwa.
Yeah.
Maiyegun tiwa.
Oh, yeah.
Well, mo kájú kan rí àwọn kankan láti bí 4 days ago, you know, but mo ti ń try láti wọlé kí tẹ̀ kó contribute to nǹkan tí mo rí.
Amazing.
But mo mọ̀ pé òótọ́ ni náà because ọba Akínolú ló sọ̀rọ̀ yìí síta. So bá dẹ̀ ṣe ń wo gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí pé gbogbo ọba Yorùbá land lọ gba owó ẹ̀mí Abíọ́lá. Pé ṣùgbọ́n ọba Síkírù Adétọ̀nà nìkan kábíyèsí tó bá ń gbọ́ mi nìkan ni ò gba kọ́bọ̀ ló sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ owó yẹn.
Òótọ́ ni story yẹn ọ̀ máa sọ lọ.
Tàbá ń wo kíní ìbò ṣe ń lọ ẹ̀ èmi ń gbọ́ story yẹn gbàgbọ́ mi believe but till gbàtà punch ló gbé story ní 4-5 days ago. So mo wá ń wò ó pé so kíní yìí ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tipẹ́ so definitely wọ́n gbowó ẹ̀mí Ìgbòho ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Because wọn kò lè wọlé wá sí Yorùbá land kọ́ attack Ìgbòho bẹ́ẹ̀. That's one. Number 2, àwọn tó ti gbọ̀n tọ́pọ̀lọ́ wọn ti yòrò kọ́ máa gbọ́ báyìí sìn because tọ́pọ̀lọ́ àwọn ẹlòmíì ti yòrò. Mo tún ń gbọ́ kankan sìn ní Ìkòyí. Wọ́n ti ní àwọn federal government ló ní àwọn ilẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ní Ìkòyí Los Lugard street ní Ìkòyí. Àwọn federal government ti ń gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé gbọ́n àwọn tó kọ́lé síbẹ̀ sọ máa demolish ẹ̀. So nísìnyí wọ́n ti ń wọlé sí wa lára. So àwọn dìdìrín torí wọn ò pé tá à ń sọ Yorùbá nation látijọ́ tá à ń pariwo tó ọ̀gbọ́. Ṣé nísìnyí ọ̀hún wá ní fagídí gbọ́ báyìí?
Wọ́n ní ní choice.
Because àwọn pípé ti wọlé sí wa lára tán. Because dìdìrín gómìnà ta ní ńgbà tó lọ sí Màgódò tó ń ṣe bí dìdìrín tó ń lọ sókè tó ń dàbí ọ̀pọ̀lọ́ tí ò romi wọ̀ tó ń lọ sókè tó ń lọ sílẹ̀ kò rí nǹkan kan ṣe. Ó ṣẹ̀ lọ ń pè. Ó ṣẹ̀ lọ ń. So at the end of the day káwá wo bí tá à ń lọ báyìí sí nísìnyí wọ́n ti fẹ́ gbèkó. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ti gba Èkó because wọ́n ti announce ẹ̀ according to nǹkan tí mo gbọ́. So wọ́n ti gbà wọ́n ti Bodilon street wọ́n mention àwọn ilé kan bẹ̀ ọgbọ̀ ó dà pé wọ́n exclude ilé Tinubu. Wọ́n ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé wọ́n ní federal government ló ní. So wọ́n fẹ́ wá jókòó sékòó sí kọ́kú wọlé sí wa lára pátápátá.
Ṣebí yẹn náà lọ ṣe ń sọ pé wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe kíní waterway bill. You know that waterway bill, baba? Yẹn ní pé gbogbo omi tó kọjá everywhere. 10 kilometers from that border etí omi yẹn àti ilẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ létí omi ẹ máa wọ́n 10 kilometers yóò máa di ilẹ̀ federal government tó bá ti pass bí yẹn.
òun ló ti bẹ̀ sí ní ṣe because wọ́n list ẹ̀ ó possible kó wà online wọ́n ti list ẹ̀ bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń ká ẹ̀ is 130 street lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lọ ti gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé báyìí lọ ti ní federal government.
130 street tó yẹ pé properties yẹn máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fly lọ́dún.
ọmọ afọ gbogbo properties wọn. So nísìn wọ́n ti gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ wọ́n á tún jókòó bí ìdánmí. Àdé ń bá wọn ará bí sọ̀rọ̀ kí gbogbo wọn jíjà kọ́ dìde kọ́ wake up. Dọ́bí dìde nǹkan wà níbà yẹn tí ó kọ̀ wá àìdí sábẹ́ orúkọ kan virgin money virgin kí ló pera olórí.
Virgin this and that mo ti try best mi láti kick out o.
whatever torúkọ ẹ̀ bá jẹ́ máa wọrí àwọn ilẹ̀ ojú àmọ́ àwọn alálẹ̀ wa mọ̀ wọ́n ṣe wà á máa fi ẹ́ jó òògùn gbẹ̀yìn ni. olórí burúkú ó máa ṣorí burúkú ni nàìjíríà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹni tó sọ ó máa ṣorí burúkú ni o ó dẹ̀ máa ṣòfò ni gbogbo àwọn tó bá ní kílẹ̀ yorùbá máa dúró wọ́n máa ṣorí burúkú ni
tọmọtọmọ
gbogbo àwọn ọba yìí náà abájọ tá à ń sọ látijọ́ ìtọ́ lè sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n ti gbowó oníkálukú wọ́n ti gbowó wọ́n gbàgbọ́ wọ́n gbà sápò ni tara tí wọ́n nìkan lọ́mọ̀ bọ́ọ̀bà mi àforírìn orí ló máa fi rìn kó láàfù.
God bless you baba.
gbogbo wa pátápátá ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde ká gbé ilẹ̀ yorùbá ga because kò sí èmi gọ́ńtà láti kọ́ àwọn ọmọ mi yorùbá.
ó ṣe dandan ó ṣe pàtàkì.
kò sí èdè náà gbogbo àwọn olúbo bíbẹ wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ òyìnbó wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ yorùbá. wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ bà gbogbo kíní yẹn jẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan táwọn Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ ti ṣe wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ bà gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀ pátá and there's one thing I want you to do Maiyegun please if you can do that.
I will.
Chief Abiola Chief Mrs. Abiola Okoye the widow.
ìyàwó olóògbé Abiola bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ìyàwó olóògbé Abiola I think she has something to say. Mo wo program kan mo dẹ̀ rí pé she said a lot of things that make a lot of sense. If you can try your best to invite her.
She's always an amazing person. Motiri, I have seen some of her videos too. I've seen some of her interview and all of that. She's up there. Yeah, I mean, if I have the chance of interviewing her, of course I would love that. But you see all these my friends on Maiyegun General Political Baba, my friends are cherry pickers, Small time, they can be comfortable with my guest for some minutes. If my guest Miss Yan, they go feel like they don't know him again. Like even my guest go they read comments wherever he or she is, he go be like, oh boy, I won't come up for here. So I'm always very careful before bringing people onto my General Political because here you can't dabble, you can't play people. You need to be straightforward. You can't use, you know what I mean. But it is something worth. Yeah, it is worth checking, and I'm going to check it. I'm going to check on that.
Yeah, please,
God bless you,
just
Baba.
check it out.
I will.
Yeah, bless you, my brother.
You have a good one.
Carry on with your good work.
I will
God bless
continue.
you, brother.
Thank you so much for the support, by the way. Now, let me take my last call. My last call is going to be from Elder Olua. Every time I'm about to take him, it just gets dropped off. But you are... Hello, sir.
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir. Elder in the temple of truth. Elder Olua. Báwo lára yín, sir?
Yeah, I do get along. Yeah, I'm far better now.
Far better. Great. Now, sir, you have been watching the program as a veteran because as Alagba would expect you to start the Justin with us. However, you are going to be my last caller. But before we get to you, let me say thank you to Tokwil. Tokwil, thank you so much for your super chats that I currently have on my screen. That's so generous of you if you are still watching. So, guys, you can take a minute, right, to like that video, share it if you haven't really shared it, subscribe on Maiyegun General Political. If you stayed this long, that means you love what you have been hearing, don't you? So like that video for a minute while Daula Olua continue this chat. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah,
hello,
you are live, sir.
Yeah. Well done.
Olua Kwishe, sir.
Yes. I Yeah, LA.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah. You see, I saw the sermon
this afternoon.
This afternoon.
Go on, sir.
About Osinbajo. You know, saying Nigeria is no power in the world can break the.
Nothing can break Nigeria.
Nothing can break Nigeria. And you can see how these people. Okay, the question is why is he talking about it? That's the question that people will need to ask them. They are just ranting. These guys are just ranting. Maiyegun, all the indices on the ground shows that Nigeria will never survive. I want, before we finish now, I want anybody that believes in Nigeria, in one Nigeria, to please call you and counterattack what I wanted to say now. Because I
have not really seen any of them call in. They think that,
Because we don't believe in Nigeria anymore. We always tell you the reason why Nigeria will not survive.
That is true.
Okay, let me give you very simple thing. A simple reason.
Yes, sir.
Now, a country of around 240 million people, okay, with the economy of $450 billion US. In fact, let's say Nigeria now decided to print money for everybody. No, everybody get job, they print money for them. Okay? So if you share that money, according that 450 billion years, if you share it to 200 million people, it's only $750 per year. Okay? Now, and within this economy, you can allow some people, some greedy one, to continue buying, using that money for luxurious things, buy 5 private jets, do whatever they wanted to do. Then you got about almost 80 million people that you cannot even print a penny for.
Who have access
in other
to
words,
nothing.
the job, that's right, they have access to nothing. So now, and then out of the people that they have job in Nigeria, according to them, people that are selling pepper on the road, they still believe that one is part of their worker. They can't that one. Nigeria can never survive because even without populations, there are a free chunk of money. You have the central bank money, you have the fiscal money, then you have the charity money. The charity money, which is the smallest part of it, you see, you can see all this Daddy Gio, headed by Adeboye, Adekoya, all of them. You can see how they are using the money, all this fake imam. Yes, they misuse it. They use it for rubbish. All right? That is one chunk of money. Because anybody that thinks, because we are stupid enough, that a pastor is buying private jet, we cannot even talk. Okay? So that is one of it. The second part of it is the fiscal part of it, which is the budget money. That's right. The budget money they are talking about. Okay, they've already defeated everybody by saying 70% of it is going to recurrent. That is the salary and whatever and so on.
That's right.
And they're going to borrow that money as well. All right. The third one,
they have a budget of 17 trillion, sir. Yeah, and they are going to borrow 12 trillion. So they need to generate 5 trillion in 2022 in order for them to make the budget. It's a joke. Continue, sir.
Yes. Okay. The third one, which is the central bank money, which is I call it printed money. That printed money now, you can see what they are using with it, jamboree. Okay. Now, and look at the interest rates. The interest rates with the population of 240 million people. Look at the interest rate. Interest rate is around 14% from the source. You and I know that Nigeria bankers and Nigeria businessmen, they are rogues. Okay? Before that money gets to you and me, it is going to go to 27% to 33%.
33%.
In a country that doesn't have a functioning infrastructure. So in other words, I wanted to set up a pure water factory. I will need to make my own road, create power, create my sewage, create my security, create everything myself,
and pay for them
with the 33%. This in UK here now, the money, the interest rate is around 0.75. It doesn't go up to 1%.
No.
Okay. By the time that money gets to the businessmen in UK, that money is going to be around 3% to 5% when they had everything. But in Nigeria one, no infrastructure, nothing. You're going to get, for you to get money in Nigeria bank. So now you're going to get it around 33% to
so when people 33% interest. So when people don't have access to enough resources, how do they create jobs? Government don't create jobs. People create jobs. So you just analyze what makes it difficult to create jobs.
That's why go to Ibadan, go to Lagos or Abeokuta, Ekiti, and so on. Go and see most of the new business they can have there. It has to be maybe one hotel, and maybe hotels, just for money laundering. The government money that is sold.
Put that as a face.
Most of the new businesses that are coming up in Nigeria is a foreign country. People that get easy loan from another country. But the truth of the matter is this: if I'm in South Africa, if I bring money to Nigeria, okay, borrow money, to set up a company in Nigeria. I will need Nigerian bank's money to continue my day-to-day activities of my business. With the 33%, how do you want me to expand? With the populations of 140 million people.
So the population that should be a blessing is becoming a curse because the economy doesn't really promote job creation in true sense of it. When 33% is
because with the interest rate, you will need to reduce it so that you can create a lot of entrepreneurs. That's the reality of it. But these people are very dangerous. They've already escaped everybody. No way out.
Sir, Osinbajo is the one in charge of economy, remember? He's the one promoting what they called easy way of doing business in Nigeria. But with this analysis, with this honest and factual analysis you just gave now, now we know why.
Maiyegun, can I tell you something?
Sir, go on.
Maiyegun, can I quickly tell you something about that Osinbajo you are talking about? You know, when the just of recent, was it last year or year before when they sent this Abacha money, one of the Abacha loot?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I was discussing it. They said they're going to start sharing that money like trader money, whatever, and so on. All this
He brought the idea. It was him who brought the idea. They said they want to share the money to the poorest Nigerians. They will share the money. Yeah.
Then I called the people that they are managing this thing together. I said, do you guys have sense at all? I said, this is not fair. Because the truth of the matter is this. Now, I mean, the question they asked me straight away, then, those ones that there, they asked me straight away. Okay? Say, is it Buhari that creates property? Buhari is trying to do whatever. But I say I know. Because even up to now, people are still blaming me that I'm part of people that bring Buhari to power. Okay?
Did you? Are you one of those who brought him to power, sir? You are now.
No. I'm part of it. I'm part of it.
You are part of those who regretted too. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Now I get where your passion always comes from. Your passion is coming from the angle of, let me say, from position of disappointment. You must have invested a lot of trust in somebody like Buhari.
Oh yes. Hey, Maiyegun, you know that Egbere time. You know that Egbere time, PDP that time. They don't have the matter. Do they? They don't help the matter because at the end of the day, I did it out of passions to help my people out. But me, I've already said,
and it just scattered
everything. If Buhari and APC cannot do it, I will get out. And I watched Buhari for about 2-3 years. When I know that he's going to the bush, I quickly hands up. I jump out and I start asking for forgiveness from people.
Abi?
Oh yes.
Go on, sir. Because that's what will happen. I mean, if you find out that you are in a burning house, right? Sometimes, if you are part of those who started the fire, sometimes you need to jump out and scream.
That's what I did.
Please,
that's what I did.
Help me round it up.
That's what I did. Yeah. So now, final one, please. Yes, you know, Nigeria, we believe in church. Everybody go to church every day, mosque and everything. We believe we are worshiping God. They are deceiving themselves. They are deceiving themselves. God of Nigeria is not my own God. Okay? God of Nigeria is a fake. Let me tell you the reality. The Bible said, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
You know one clarity I want you to add? You know one clarity I want you to please add is this, yeah?
Yes.
If you want to know that they want to use Nigeria God to rob you, that is when you are talking about politics, they will be talking about God. If you are talking politics and somebody is bringing God into it, is bringing Nigeria God into it, and it's a fraud, it's manipulative, it's deceitful. Sir,
you know what happened? You know what happened? Sir. You know what the Bible said? What the Bible said? The Bible said God has no law. All right?
Yes, sir.
Whosoever keep the law of the nations is the one serving God. If you think you wake up in the morning, in the night, you go to mosque, you go and die in the church or die in the mosque. You understand? And you are breaking the law at will. Can't you see Nigeria right from the president to the cleaner of the road? They are breaking the law at will. Okay? So, and they are expecting good. And that's why you see Nigeria. You see Nigeria a country that God, even if God visits physically, cannot visit, God cannot visit Nigeria. They say it's a place, it's a headquarter of evil. People, if you try to be godly, if you really wanted to be godly in Nigeria, in fact, you are hard. You're going to be hard out of all. Thank you, Maiyegun.
Sir, it's a pleasure once again that we have you tonight. So you stay safe. Get to born the rest. Get a nice night. Sir. Now, that is where we're going to draw the curtains, where everybody will now have to go to bed, especially if you are watching me from anywhere in Europe, from Nigeria, or you're watching me from the UK. It's been a pleasure talking to you tonight, and I can assure you this. Okay, there is don't let Buhari and gang make you hate your God or your faith. Okay, on Maiyegun's Diary Political, we respect your faith. I personally respect your religion and your relationship with your own God or anything you believe in. Out of respect, we respect that. But do you know what we don't accept here is this? Politics is an art on its own. And politics is so significant and so important and so powerful that it affects everything about our lives, every day-to-day of our lives. And that is why the people that goes into politics are the people who make policies. Their policies, right, when they go into politics, so their policies we are meant to abound or abide by their policies. So when you now have criminals who have taken over a system for decades, and you can see the criminality they've committed, we say, we know how they play it. Don't let them bring your religion to it. When they fail, tell them they fail. Okay? Don't let anybody use your religion to say God loves the sinner. This is not about your religion. That is what we disagree with. Do you understand that now? When politicians or you are discussing Nigeria or you are discussing what is wrong with Nigeria and somebody quickly drop God in the conversation, just excuse yourself from that conversation. It is never going to end well. Do you understand? It is pretty much like they are insulting God. And listen, just walk away. Because anyone who talks about Nigeria and a small thing, they just say, God knows the best. God will do this or that. You are insulting God. And it is right for somebody like me to say, God has nothing to do with it. You should never feel insulted because you shouldn't have bring your God into it in the first place. When we talk about corruption, when you talk about murdering innocent people, jailing innocent people, and in fact, every other thing they've done that has affected the lives of millions of people, don't bring God into it. We know the criminals who did it. We know what they did. And we know what should be the consequences of what they've done. Don't let them tell you God this, God that. Because rather, they will just make you insult God. So that's why on Maiyegun's Diary Political, we let you know that when these criminals done something, God has nothing to do with it. When they've committed anything, don't ask God to come and clear the mess. It won't clear any mess. You will clear that mess. The more you tolerate them, the further this whole smell or the stench will last. Bobby, inflation is a monetary phenomenon. Even if Nigeria prints the money, it will be worthless. Basically, you can't print, you can print money, but you can't print the things you want to buy. Nigeria is mathematically kaput. It's gone. You have no currency. Okay? As much as some of you love, they give you 1 million naira, you are so happy, you jump up, hey. The 1 million naira's value is 250,000 naira value. Sincerely. Because these criminals have nothing to back your currency. It used to be your crude oil. Your crude oil is useless in the next 5 years. That's why I don't even know what these guys want to be president for, if not because of their greed and whatever they can steal from you. Okay, your crude oil is becoming it has become useless, but in the next 5 years it will become worthless. They have no plan. They have no savings for what life should be afterward. So you've got nothing to back your naira. One day you're going to wake up and you're going to exchange you're going to exchange £1 for 1,000 naira. And that's to show you what that is. Yes, you can print money, but you cannot print what you buy with that money. If your country and the criminals in charge of your country are not building the capacity to strengthen your, work for what, produce what you eat, produce what you use, fix your roads, fix your electricity, homegrown engineering and all what have you, technology that can help you, cheap or expensive, do something that gives life worthwhile, that makes life worthy. That's not what they are doing. And if people offer you to discuss the breakup of Nigeria, don't lose your sanity. Don't become to back like dogs and Nigeria cannot break. You come to Nigeria and come and break it. Nobody will come. Buhari is doing the job. What we are saying is that before you become a victim, maybe, just maybe, this message can help you to find other people that will never want to be victims before they speak out. It's up to you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. I'm going to draw the curtains now. And yes, if you haven't really liked the video, you can still just, like the video, share it to my friends and everyone who called in. Thank you. And I hope to those who got my message, I hope you did get it today. Abi, get time.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Do you get? If you don't get it, forget about it. I'll see you some other time. You all should have a good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ̀ lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibo níṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o. ẹ̀yin bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.